I think I'll go for early. I think he might start early, so we gotta be ready for that. Well, that's when he fights fighters like Zab Judah who don't get in shape for fights, and Manny Pacquiao does, and we won't get tired, believe me.
But will he be different from the Mayweather you fought with De La Hoya?
Yeah, I think he's older and slower.
To be a greatest is not based on your record undefeated, because there's so many fighters na nag-retire na undefeated.
Of Manny Pacquiao back at Wild Card, like he's never left, ready to go again, working with Freddie Roach. I feel like I'm back in 2010, the Wayback Machine. Pacquiao looked pretty good in some of the videos that I saw, like he wasn't in horrible shape.
Freddie Roach warns Mayweather he is not prepared, confidently stating Manny Pacquiao has mastered every technique and will enter the rematch fully ready and determined to win decisively.
You said that you saw that Pacquiao has his fire back. When did you see that move, or when did that came into your conscious?
When I watched him sparring for the first 2 weeks, it was just, the in and out, the speed, making the guy, catching the guy 3-4 punch combination, getting out, making a miss. It was enjoyable to watch. It really was.
Manny Pacquiao trains intensely with Freddie Roach on the mitts, showing speed, sharp combinations, discipline, focus, and determination as he prepares for the upcoming fight. Manny Pacquiao confidently states he will hand Floyd Mayweather his first career loss, aiming to break the perfect 50-0 record in history. Willing, Freddie Roach reflects on the first fight, explaining Floyd Mayweather controlled the action while Manny Pacquiao was older, less sharp, and far from peak condition.
Ano kaya advantage mo?
God willing, mag-anuan tayo, mag-isay na tayo mabuti. Paghandaan na natin mabuti para magandang laban na may pakita natin.
Manny Pacquiao argues that an undefeated record does not define greatness, highlighting his own 8 division titles as a rare achievement unmatched in boxing history.
More fire.
I don't know, you think about that it got to that point, and Floyd played the game. He played the waiting game, and he won.
Yes.
He got paid. He got Pacquiao at an age where he knew that his punches weren't going to hurt him.
Yes.
He could avoid them, and it was an older fighter.
It was, and when Pacquiao fought his last fight in Australia, after the fight, I said, Manny, I said, you know what? I says, I think being a senator and being a fighter at the same time is like maybe a little bit too much, because I said, it's hard enough being a world champion fighter, or it might be just as hard being a senator. But I says, I think that you should strongly think about giving one of those up for now and choose the one that you like best. And he has not spoke to me since.
Manny Pacquiao criticizes Floyd Mayweather as boastful and materialistic, suggesting his personality outside the ring reflect excessive pride, focus on wealth, and lack of humility.
At least ako, I can claim na first 8 different weight division, which is the hardest accomplishment na in boxing.
And the only one.
The only one.
Division.
First, diba? Yung kumbaga, that's the hardest accomplishment in boxing ma-achieve. And also, yung blessings ng Panginoon na naging champion ako in 4 different decades. Do you imagine that? Bihira yung mangyari. First time in history na a fighter who became a champion in four different decades. So 90s, 2000, 2010, 2020. So bihira mangyari yan. So at least makaklaim ako ng...
Manny Pacquiao shows dedication through intense training sessions, proving actions matter more than words. focusing on discipline, preparation, and relentless effort instead of constant talking.
Beginning of this conversation, you say, I don't like boastful people. How was it like fighting Mayweather then? Did he get on your nerves? Because I feel like he's a little bit more boastful than the people you might be wanting to hang out with.
Yeah, he's boastful. I think his God is the material things, money, everything like that. I'm pretty with him because I want to share the word of God in him if he believe God.
Yeah, I've heard he's a generous man. I think he's done good things. I think, you know, he kind of reminds me of, like, a lot of people are like this, by the way, including myself. I'm not just saying him. I'm including myself. The man who goes up to Jesus and says, what should I do to get into heaven? He says, sell all your belongings. And he walked away crying because he couldn't sell his belongings.
Dan Patrick questions the demand for a Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch, suggesting public interest may not match expectations despite the massive history between the two legendary fighters. Speaks with deep admiration when discussing Manny Pacquiao and his unique brilliance inside the ring. He emphasizes that Pacquiao's greatest strength lies not only in power, but in constant motion and unpredictable rhythm. According to Jones, Pacquiao never stays still long enough to become an easy target, which creates confusion for even the most skilled opponents. He explains that Pacquiao's footwork and angles allow him to attack from unexpected positions, making it extremely difficult to defend against him. Every movement has purpose, and every step sets up the next strike. This fluid style forces opponents to hesitate. And in boxing, even a moment of hesitation can change an entire fight to get a victory. Now, guys don't do.
Mayweather is a boring fighter. I mean, you know, the presentation is flashy, but he's a defense-first fighter. There's nothing to, when you watch him, you go, oh, okay, he didn't get hit again, and he didn't get hit again. You know, tactically, he's brilliant, but not exciting. So, hey, if you sign up for it, go get him. Must be, it'll be September, so maybe it's a slow night for you, and you go, well, maybe I'll just buy this fight. Let me see these two guys lean on each other. But I don't know if this has to do, you know, boxers never retire. Sugar Ray Leonard told me this when I went to his first retirement in Baltimore, and he talked about fighters never retire. The phone stops ringing.
Jones also points out that Pacquiao combines speed with intelligence, reading reactions quickly and adjusting in real time. That ability keeps him one step ahead, turning defense into offense within seconds. In his view, Pacquiao's agility is not just physical, but mental, allowing him to adapt under pressure. This rare combination of movement, speed, and awareness is what makes Pacquiao such a dangerous and unforgettable fighter in boxing history.
To get a victory. Now guys don't do that. Pac-Man, fortunately, is one of those guys who knows how to use the ring. So he don't stand in just one place and fight. With that being said, if his legs can hold up for 12 rounds, he's the guy to do it.
Dan Patrick raises a thoughtful and somewhat critical perspective when discussing the idea of a rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. He questions whether fans are truly asking for this fight, or if it is being driven by other motives behind the scenes. Patrick humorously suggests that boxing seems to be entering a phase where retired legends could easily be called back, mentioning names like Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, and Mike Tyson. His tone reflects concern about whether the sport is relying too much on nostalgia rather than fresh competition. He also hints that financial pressures might be influencing decisions, suggesting that comebacks could be less about legacy and more about money. This raises doubts about the true purpose of such high-profile matchups.
He did.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, stop. What's the guy named in the wheelchair right now?
Paul Williams.
He could have fought him.
I don't think he would have beat.
I ain't say that. I say he could have fought him, though.
He did.
And you don't think, hey, in my opinion, the only person that really had a chance in his weight class back then was Amir Khan. He wasn't touching Amir Khan. That time Amir had 2 good feet. He wasn't fighting Amir Khan.
Amir was calling him out for years.
He wasn't fighting Amir Khan. Amir Khan had 2 good feet. I already know this.
I just don't think he would have beat Floyd.
I ain't saying what you don't know.
Yeah, he was young, he was fast, he was knocking people out.
You don't understand boxing like I do, though. Floyd was knocking out? Besides
at that time, nobody.
That's it.
Yeah,
so if you ain't knocking people out, you got to catch Khan and knock him out. And you got to get out that shoulder, you got to chase Khan.
Patrick further questions the entertainment value, wondering if audiences are more attracted to the spectacle than the actual fight. While the original bout generated massive revenue, he implies that repeating it may not carry the same authenticity. Overall, his viewpoint challenges the direction boxing is taking, asking whether the sport is evolving or simply revisiting its past for profit.
Maybe, financial issues could be affecting one or both of these fighters, and that's why you're doing it. I don't know why you watch this unless the undercard is really good. Maybe the novelty of being in that building, having a boxing match in the Sphere, but it's real. It's real. Does Conor McGregor get the winner of this fight? I mean, now, if Conor McGregor got to do MMA against Floyd, now that would be fun. That would have been interesting. But it was like, and then do one of the brothers, what are their names? The Paul brothers, do they get to fight something? I mean, is this where boxing is?
Yes.
How did we?
Chris Manx shares a reflective view on Manny Pacquiao returning to training with Freddie Roach, describing the moment as deeply nostalgic for boxing fans. He explains that seeing them work together again brings back memories of their prime years, when their partnership dominated the sport. However, Manx urges caution when judging Pacquiao based on short training clips. He points out that anyone can look sharp for a few seconds on video and highlights examples like Mike Tyson appearing explosive in brief promotional footage. According to Manic, such clips can be misleading and should not be taken as proof of full fight readiness.